And recording this session. Good morning, everyone, and I welcome you all to the demo session of data analysis. Myself, Harish. I will be going to take this session for the next 1 hour of your time. So, today's session is your first free class in our data analysis journey in our institute. So, total, we are offering 3 free classes as part of this course. Today's class is the first free class and your introduction class. Tomorrow's class will be your second. Day after tomorrow would be the third free class. So you can imagine the batch is going to start from tomorrow itself because we have the second free class and third free class continuing. The direct subject also will be started from the third class. I will tell you what is going to happen in today's class, that is first free class and second free class and even third free class now. So first free class is going to be giving you the introduction knowledge needed to understand about this data analysis technology. Because I know some of you might already know about this data analysis technology, but I would like to still try to explain the students here what is this course is about, why are we learning this data analysis, how the opportunities are there in the market, because we are all learning this course for getting into the jobs. So we need to look at the opportunities, how they are present in the market, and how the placement assistance program in our institute we are following that will help our students in shaping into the perfect candidates when they are attending the interviews. That how we are following, I'll tell you. And we'll also understand what are the technical skills we are going to teach you. So second free class, what we will do means we will make you understand what are the total steps involved in the data analysis. With examples, I will try to explain you that. And after that, we'll be going to have the technical overview, which respect to every skill set. Today, I will only tell you about what are the technical skills, but tomorrow's class, what I will do is for each technical skill, why you are learning, what is the reason behind that, and also what is the linkage between skill set to skill set. And we are also going to see what is the usage of learning Gen AI and even PySpark. These all things we'll be going to discuss. That is going to be the technical overview of data analysis course is a second free class. So with those two classes, every student will have idea about what is the course they are learning and why are they learning, so that we can directly jump into the subject from the third free class, which is going to be the Excel. Excel day one class is going to be a third free class. That is how we are planning our 3 free classes, not just introduction class, but also main subject class also is going to be one of your free class. Okay, so later that you can start your registrations. So that will be completely registrations part after that. So this is the plan. So before I start the session today, I would like to introduce about myself so that you will get some idea about the trainer who is teaching you. So myself, Harish, as I told my name, let me write it. So myself, Harish, I have total 9+ years of experience in the working as a data analyst and data engineer, also in the teaching background. So coming to my work experience, currently I am a working person. I have good experience in working so many MNCs previously. I have good experience on the skill set of Databricks, PySpark, Python, SQL, and Power BI, and on the ETL also. And the projects that I have worked in my complete experience are from different domains like banking sector, financial sector, healthcare, and also in the telecommunication side. So coming to my teaching background, as I mentioned, I also have same years of experience in the teaching where I'm parallelly working and also used to take the sessions on this morning time and also on very late evening. So I have good experience teaching the students in the technologies of data analysis, data engineering, and even data science also, with leveraging artificial intelligence as one of the latest added technology to all of this. So as I'm a working person, I can tell you one of advantage what you're going to get would be the latest contents, what industries are expecting from any type of job role, we will know. And also as I am working in the similar technologies, you can expect the better examples from my side, what exactly the concept I'm teaching, how are we using in our company, in our project. I can also explain you similar examples to that. That will actually give you good idea about the learning. Generally, students when they are learning the courses like this, I would suggest the students to learn it on real time basis. What is the difference between normal learning and real-time basis learning. Simply, when you are learning some concept, if you only understand that particular topic and if you don't practice it on the real time on some examples or where are we going to use it, then that knowledge is not sufficient enough to crack the interviews. But instead, if you learn one concept, why are we learning it, where can be used, and what are the applications of that, if you learn in that manner, that will be real time. So I can tell you with a simple example, not just learning the topics, how to use them you should know. Because if you go for an interview, they will not ask questions like, do you know SQL or do you know Python, or what is SQL, what is Python. They will not ask the questions like that. The questions would be on how did you used it. You said that definitely you're going to do some projects, then they will ask you how did you use Python in your project, where is the place, what are the concepts you have used, or in the SQL. Like those type of questions are expected in the interviews. To answer their questions in those type of way, you need definitely good practical knowledge. That is what I am calling as real time knowledge. If you want to get a job, not just learning the course, but you should know how to apply that. That is what I am more focused on in this course, by adding good number of projects, good number of assessments or assignments. So projects, some of them I will be going to explain, some of the projects you are also going to do on your own, so that we are all going to have good real time knowledge by the end of this course. So I am planning the session for any student in such a way, after completing the course by the end of 4 to 5 months of duration, every student here should have a knowledge like 3 to 4 years of experience candidate. Suppose if you are any employee you take, whoever is working as a data analyst in the company, that person, whatever the knowledge they're having in that 3 years or 4 years, a similar knowledge a student will also gain in our institute by the end of this course, because of the concepts how we are teaching, the application wise how we are applying that, and the projects that you're going to complete here. That will make your profile easily even cover with 3 to 4 years of experience. If you are a fresher, that will be very much better advantage for you, because you're going to have excellent knowledge in that. Even if you are having career gap, the students who are having that career gap also, when they go for the interviews, the skill set matters. The skill set what you're learning can easily make the particular company to hire you than the other persons. If you're already an experienced person working in somewhere, you can even showcase that experience as a data analyst with this knowledge. So that's the reason why here the students who can learn this course, I can say freshers, the students with career gap, or even you are a student who are already working, whoever you might be, you're all eligible to learn this data analysis course. Okay, so freshers or career gap students, or you are already working person in the IT side or non-IT side, you can still learn this course. And a common type of question in the student's mind is, sir, I'm coming from the non-technical background, I don't know anything about programming, I am completely beginner or a new person to this, can I still learn this? So that can be one of the common question I used to get in the demo sessions also. So let me clarify that before. Here we are not expecting a student to have some knowledge before joining in this course in the area of Python or SQL or anything. Even if you are a new person who doesn't have any idea, still you can learn this course. So that's the reason why I am confidently able to say that no prior knowledge or prerequisite knowledge, okay, no prior or prerequisite knowledge is required to learn data analysis in our institute, because I will make sure all the concepts here will be starting from the basics onwards until advanced. Even you take Excel also, I will start from basics only, because here every student is important. We can't ignore Excel is very easy skill set. So I will start from intermediate, means some of the students will be there who doesn't know that basics also. So I need to be in mind with every student here to satisfy every one of the student, and I will also go up to advanced level. At the time freshers or people who are new might not need that much of concepts, but we have already working person somewhere here, so we need to also satisfy them. So that's the reason concepts would be completely from basics to advanced. It will be covered from every subject along with a project. That's the idea we have made in this course. Very much satisfactory results also we are getting. We have the students who got into the placements. Even last 1 month onwards, we have even seen easily 4 or 5 students are getting placed. Okay, so let's see now about the things in this demo session about what is data analysis. That is what I wanted you to understand first. What is data analysis? Simply, if you are trying to learn this course, first of all, you should know what is data. Data means simply, I will write it as information. Data means it's a information. Suppose about yourself you take. If I ask about you, your name, your contact number, your email ID, your date of birth, your Aadhaar number, your PAN card number, this is nothing but your data. Same type of information will be available if I gather from 100 students here. That will become a data set for me. This data or information can be from any type of company or any type of business. Let us just imagine about your surroundings. You take e-commerce related company, they are storing the data. You take some food ordering apps, they will store the data. You are making some bank amount transaction, that will be also stored as data. Or you are watching some movie in the Netflix or any OTT, that will be stored as data. You are just looking at some of the news related articles, that will be also stored as data. So any type of company you take, without data nothing is running nowadays, right? So that's the reason you need to understand the importance of data here. Data means simply the information about that particular business, what they're doing. So what is analysis meant by? Whatever the data you're having, that data you're going to observe it deeply and find out what is present in that. Suppose if I give you some sales data, what you'll be going to do? Find out what is total sales, what is the average sales in every city in the India, how much of sales you are getting from Hyderabad, how much of sales, Mumbai, how much of sales, Delhi, how much of sales. Like that, from every city I can find out the total sales, how many orders I am receiving from every state in India. Like these type of things you'll find. How are you going to find it? Through the analysis of that data set. That is what we are called as data analysis. So let me write some more meaningful definition for this. You can use this definition to say anywhere in the interviews, or if someone asks you what it will do. Suppose your friends will ask, we are joining in data analysis, can you tell me what it will do, what it is about? So I can say data analysis is the process of analyzing the data to find the insights, so here I think you are having some word called as process, generally meant by there are multiple steps involved in that. Overall in this we will have 5 steps. What are those 5 steps? As I told, in the tomorrow second free class you will be going to learn that. I'll tell you about those 5 steps with examples. Now, what about insight? As I told, this is another new word. This is simply understandable like output of your data analysis. When you're going to do some analysis on a data, you're going to get some outputs. That is the word I'm giving as insight. As I told just now, if I give you some type of sales data set, you can able to find out what is the total sales, total number of orders, what is the average sales, what is the average profit in every city, how many orders I received. Those all type of things, whatever you're going to find, we call it as what? Insight. Suppose if I give you some bank transactions of an ICICI bank, you can able to find a total number of transactions performed today, how many withdrawals happened, and how many type of amounts were credited. So this type of different results you can find it by doing what? By following these steps and analyzing the data. That is what we call as data analysis. So why are we learning this actually? That is another important question that you need to get the answer. Why are we using data analysis? What is the need? If you understand this point, you'll also get to know how much of importance this data analysis is having in the market. So that's my intention here in explaining this question with some good examples, and also from two different perspectives or two different point of views I will explain. Suppose, think about how a job will be formed generally. You know that I want a job. Who will give means companies. But how come companies are giving you the jobs? Simple reason is there is a requirement. Let's say ICICI Bank is there. They want to analyze their data. So they'll went to some company like Infosys. They'll ask, please analyze our data. So what Infosys will do, they'll look for the employees or the candidates who is having that skill for performing data analysis. They need Python, they need SQL. So if they're having in the company, fine. Otherwise, what they will do, they'll hire. They'll come to LinkedIn or Naukri. Then they will say that we need a data analyst who is skilled in Python, who is skilled in the SQL, Power BI, like that. they'll post. That is where we are getting the opportunities. I hope everybody knows that point, right? But my point here is why companies are using data analysis first. What they're gaining by using this. If more companies are using, then only you have more demand for this course. So that is a point number one I will try to discuss with you. Why companies are trying to use data analysis, what benefit they are getting. Next point of view will be from your side. Why as a student do I need to learn this? I want a job, that is 100% I needed, but to get a job I have so many technical skills in the market that I can learn. Why I need to learn data analysis only? That is another question you might have in your mind, because I know as a student when they want to learn something new and start the career, they'll have a lot of options in front. Somebody will tell like data analysis, other friends will tell go and take Java programming, somebody will tell go and take only AI, and some other relatives will tell go and take some other technical skill set like testing. Like that, whatever suggestions some lot of people will give you will confuse you and put in a state
Hello,
which
Harish,
course
your
is.
voice is not clear.
I think my voice should be, other students, can anyone confirm, is my voice clear?
Clear, sir.
Yeah, in
Okay.
between it is breaking. Not sure for me or everyone.
Yeah, can you please rejoin? Otherwise, I think it might be sometimes issue. Here my network is fine. Okay,
Sure,
fine.
sure, definitely.
Yeah, let me continue. So, like this, I am going to explain you these two point of view. So, let me start with the first example. I'm going to consider a case number one as an example one, which is a simple retail shop as an example. So, what is this retail shop? Is you can assume this as your nearby homes. You might see like some small shops will be there, like a kirana shops. So there is a particular shop owner who is storing the data related to sales happening in their shop from morning to evening. Let's imagine there is a customer number one coming up at morning 9 o'clock and made a purchase for 100 rupees. And there is a second customer who came at, let's say, some 9:20 a.m. and made a sales of some 50 rupees. So on up to end, let's say some 50 customers came on that particular day, and the last customer at 10 p.m. and made a sales of some 200 rupees. So completely from morning to evening, who are all customers came to the shop, at what time, and how much of sales amount they made. This is nothing but what? Data about the sales happening in their shop. So this data, using this, what type of results I can find? See, I can easily do how many customers came to my shop on that day. That is nothing but count of customers. So if I simply count this, I can see 50 customers are there, and I can tell here total sales amount. How to find total sales? You are writing the sales amounts, how much of they are making. Add simply all of them. Let me consider 5,000 rupees happened on that particular day. I can find out by using this what is average sales. How to find average? Total sales divided by the number of customers came. That is going to give you the 100 as a result. The meaning of this 100 is nothing but what? If a customer is coming to my shop, at least they are making 100 rupees, or most of the customers are making at least 100 rupees as an amount. This is generally very simple results I can able to find, but I can also make it on time based also, because you have some time information in this data. I can store morning time, let's say 9 to 12 p.m. how much of sales, let's say 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. how much of sales, and 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. how much of sales. Like this I can do some time based. Suppose just imagine morning 9 to 10 o'clock I had some 1500, and after that it is some 1000 rupees, and evening is 2500, overall added that would be 5000. So by looking at this, I can understand most of my customers are coming in the time frame of 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. These type of about your business, if you want to understand, this data is important. Without data, you can't understand how your business is running. If you have the data, then I can find these type of results what I have drawn. Based on this, you will understand how business is running, where are my advantages and where are my disadvantages, and this particular, yeah, of course, where is the place you are lagging or where is the place you are doing better. If you understand, based on that you can make some decisions. Suppose in particular time of afternoon you are not making good amount of sales, so you need to focus in that particular time. Why customers are not coming? Maybe the customers need some products in that particular time period, you are not selling them. That's the reason they are not coming, so you can improve your business in that manner. This all possible when you have data with you. If you don't store data, just imagine these all things if you want to find means there is no chance. That's why data is important. Of course, it can be anything. You can even do this monthly analysis also, from day to day. Yesterday how much of sales, today how much of sales, whether it is increased or decreased. In every month, on which weekday most of my sales are happening. From month to month, I can compare my sales or profits. It can be all this type of analysis is possible if you have data. So in this particular analysis, whatever I have performed, I never used any Python or SQL here, right? Just manually I have done. Because the reason is simple. Your data is very small. Let us imagine the data of a company. Let's take very Amazon or take a Swiggy or Zomato type of companies. Just they also will be going to store the data about the orders they are receiving. Suppose you placed a food order today in the Zomato or Swiggy somewhere. They'll store about your data order. Let's say your order ID for your order. Who is the customer placed order? What is the food item in which restaurant? What is the distance between delivery address and the restaurant address? Who is the delivery agent delivered it? How much of time it has taken? About your payment details, right? This all type of information this company will also store. But just imagine how much of data this company will store per day. On an average, easily, Zomato will get 8 lakhs of orders per day. This is just an average, I'm saying. Sometimes maybe more, maybe sometimes less. But easily on an average, 8 lakhs of orders per day, Zomato alone will get. How they are going to store this much of data? Here, hardly just 50 customers, you can write it on a piece of paper. But here, you can't. That is where the databases, the cloud, or else the servers, these type of things came into the picture to store the large amounts of data. So when you have these 8 lakhs of orders per day stored in some database, and I'm asking you to find out the total sales, how much I have received. So here manual calculation you have done and you have found these results. But here you definitely need what? Some SQL or some Python or some any other Power BI, right? That is where technical skills will come into the picture. If I have very small amount of data, there is no need to learn Python or SQL or anything. But companies will never use this type of data, right? Which is small. Companies will always have this type of large amounts of data. That is the reason why you need to have the technical skill set. That is where our jobs are coming up. But here also, any company, you take Zomato or whatever it is, data is very crucial part. Whenever the data is having with you, they need definitely some analyst to perform analysis. Who will do this? We, the data analysts. We are going to work on performing this analysis. Through this analysis, what we can find, as I told in the definition, you'll find insights. It is a process to analyze the data to find what insights I told. It's outputs of data analysis. Once you find these insights, these the companies are going to use for decision making purpose. What type of decisions? Suppose, just imagine you are analyzing the Zomato data. So the company feels like their profits are decreasing from last 3 months. They wanted to find out what is the reason. So what you have done is from every city, how much of orders you are receiving from last 3 months, you compared. So you'll find out where are the cities with less number of orders are coming. So you can tell the client that there is a cities, these are the cities where from last 3 months orders are reducing, so that your profit is also reducing. You'll say what the company will do now. They'll make some decision. Maybe they'll give some extra offers to those city people to encourage them in placing more orders. If I give you today offer of 50 percentage of offer up to 200 rupees on a product, then obviously customers will try to place more orders even that they don't need it. So that's the type of things, some type of decisions to improve your business if you want to make. Then this analysis is needed. Without analysis, first of all, you don't know where is the problem. If you don't know where is the problem, what decision you will make, right? So that is the reason the decision making is very important in the companies. That is only possible based on analysis of data. This decision making will help that particular company in achieving the growth or the profits, all those things. But simply I'm writing growth in the sense it can be number of orders increase, profits increasing, sales increment, all those things will come into the picture. But the main core point here is what? Analysis of data. That is the background of every business growth. That's why every company, it can be very big companies like a Microsoft, or the companies like a Zomato or Meta, any type of companies you take, and even small companies also in India, which is going to have some 1 lakh of data per day, they are also using data analysis up to whatever the extent they want. That is the reason why This course is having the huge demand in the market. I told you, right, as a student, why I need to use data analysis or why I need to learn. From the company's point of view, I have explained why the companies are using data analysis and why they need it. But now, from your side, from the student point of view, why I need to learn this data analysis means when you have so many skill set, first thing you need to look at is demand. What is demand meant by? Suppose the skill set you are learning today, some X skill you are learning. For that, in every month you are getting 5 interview calls. With the data analysis, if you get 10 interview calls, which is more in demand? This is the one. Demand in the sense there should be more opportunities present in the market. If you have more opportunities, getting a job among them is very easy. Just imagine if you attend only 5 interviews and if you attend 10 interviews, which one is having more chance? 10 interviews. So you should target the course where you have more interview calls, where you have more opportunities in the market. That is when you will get the job easily. If you just join in some courses where you don't look at these type of factors, and if you just directly join, maybe some of the relatives or some friends have been told, then if you don't get interview calls, then you won't get a job in the end. So target the courses where you have good demand. But that is not the only thing. You'll also need to look at the career growth also. Suppose some skill set will have demand, okay, you will join, but after few years, if you don't have anything in that left to learn, then your packages won't improve. Maybe you have 10 LP of package after 4 years in joining some XYZ domain. After that, there is no growth at all. Even your years of experience is increasing, but your package will stay at that place only. You will not improve yourself. That at the time, what you will do again, you'll come to the institutes like this to learn again. So that's the reason why pick up some course that will have good career growth. That should continue your future. Should not leave that particular domain what you're learning and go for new. Continue to evolve in that particular technical skill set by upskilling yourself. Upskilling means what? Generally, if you are learning data analysis, leaving data analysis and going for other type of testing programs or going for another type of production support or SAP, that is not upskilling. That is completely you're switching your domain. Upskilling in the sense within the data analysis or within this data related domains, you are learning now Python SQL. In the future, you can learn one more skill set related to this particular data analysis. That is what upskilling meant by that is will give you the career growth. So you should not stop at one point of time. The course that you're learning should give you opportunities to improve in the future also. That is what career growth meant by, which is having in the data analysis. How you have, I will tell you simply. When you join in the company as a data analyst, in the future, down the line, let's say for after 4 years or 5 years, in this you can either go into data engineering side or you can go into data scientist. I'm not asking you to leave it, because if you want to become a data engineer or data scientist without data analysis skills, it is not possible. Everywhere you go, Python is mandatory, SQL is mandatory, and the concepts here will be like a continuation for this. If you take me as an example, I will take myself, because for you to explain you, I first of all entered into market as a data analyst through the campus placement. I was actually went into Infosys, and from there I got the data analyst domain. After that, what I have done is I have worked there for total 4 to 5 years in two companies. Later I explored myself into the ETL also learning the PySpark also. So these skill set when I have learned, I went into the data engineering side. So I'm now both. I never left data analysis. I'm already in the data analyst, also increased my skill set into data engineers. Even if you want data analyst and data scientist, you can become. But why can't you then directly go into data engineer or data scientist means? The simple reason is opportunities will not be there in the fresher level. If you say that I don't have any experience in the data related side, then you won't get the opportunities in that. So that's why I always suggest the students, whoever wants to enter into the data related jobs, enter into data analyst. It is easy to learn, first of all. Nothing much complexity will be there. After gaining some experience in that, later you can think about going into data engineering or data science. But there are opportunities still. If you only stay with data analysis, also opportunities are still there, even if you have 10 years of experience in it. But as I mentioned, to stay in the competition, if you either go with data engineering or data science at that time, if you are interested, you can go. Otherwise, it will be simple. So you might also have a confusion. What is the difference between these three? Right? What is the difference? What data engineer will do? What data analyst will do? What data scientist will do? Simple example I'll tell you. You are working in a company called TCS. You got a data analysis project. They're asking you to analyze the data. Let's say your client is some bank. Take a bank of HSBC. So HSBC gave a project to TCS asking to analyze the data. Data is it with what? Data is in the HSBC. You need to bring the data into TCS. Who will do that? Data engineers will do that. Data engineer is the person who is going to bring the data. So to the TCS. So wherever you are working, if you want some data from which is there in another place, data engineers will bring that data for you. So that data what you're having, okay, let me write it here. Data engineer will get what? Data. This data analyst will use for performing analysis. After performing analysis, based on these results, whatever insights you're going to make, data scientist will predict what will happen in the future. Suppose I will give you, HSBC gave you the loans related data, or let's say credit card related transactions of 2025 data, or let me say 2025 until today. You take it. Data analyst will do what? What happened in that you will find it. But data scientist, what they will do, next year 2027, what will happen? That's a prediction. That's a future. That data scientist will do. So that's the work-wise difference. For anyone, data engineer is definitely needed. To do this, data analyst also needed. To predict it, data scientist is needed. That's the reason why these three are interrelated skills. Once you want to enter into the market, first of all, go into data analyst. That's easy to enter, easy to learn. Opportunities are there for every type of persons. But if you go for data scientist and data engineers, opportunities will come with experience. That is the process actually I will suggest for any students. Okay, so I hope you got some clarity here. So I'm removing everything to write the point why data analysis is used in one single line from the company's point of view. Okay, so I'll say that businesses or companies, anything you can call, are using the data analysis insights to make better decisions, which will help that particular business to grow. Now let us understand what is impact of artificial intelligence here. That is another common question. Will AI replace the data analyst? So this is very common type of a question I used to get. So let me tell you, replacement is not going to happen like what you are thinking. It's only going to make your job easy in the data analysis or any domain. If you go for testing, or if you go for Java programming or Python programming, anywhere, the AI impact is very simple. That will not replace everything. That will only make your work completely in easily. Suppose a example I will tell you. Let's say there are four persons working in a data analyst project. As our course is data analysis, I'm taking that. Okay. Suppose if there are four persons working in a data analyst project. So in that project, they have included the artificial intelligence skill set. So these four people will become three, but it will not become zero. The four people might reduce to three people, but it will not reduce all four people to zero. If everybody is gone, who will use this AI to perform analysis? AI can't do everything for you, right? You need to go and ask a question. You need to tell that this is what you need to do. Then only it can do for you. Suppose just imagine you are using ChatGPT. Just take an example. You're using ChatGPT or Claude, some tool. So you don't know SQL, you don't know Python, you only know how to use AI tools, because students used to ask, if I know how to use AI tools, why can't I get a job? Simply tell trying to explain what is the scenario. I went and asked to write a SQL query, asked this ChatGPT write a SQL query. It gave me the answer. The SQL query, whatever I have asked, it gave me. How come you know this is right or wrong? Whether it is going to give you 100% correct answers? Hmm? No, right? Because in the ChatGPT or cloud, you can see anywhere. In the bottom, it will say ChatGPT can make mistakes. Then how can you believe this query is right or wrong? If you don't know SQL, how come you know this query is right or wrong? Or if you asked Python program, whatever it gives you, you can't believe it is right or wrong. They need someone to validate. Then why are you using? Means it will save your time. Instead of writing the entire query on your own, it will write it for you. But instead, you should also know whether it will work or not. Then only you can use it. So that is the reason why whoever wants to learn along with artificial intelligence, first major thing is you need to know that core technical skill set. If you are using data analysis, You need to first of all learn about data analysis. Then you can know how to use AI to simplify your work. Okay, I hope you got a point why these four will become three. Who will lose this job? That one person means the person who don't have in-depth of data analysis knowledge, and also who don't have the concepts of AI related things. So that's the reason why we have kept in our technical skills already with AI, and also separately generative AI also has been included in our course. Okay, so will AI replace data analyst? Means I can say no, it won't replace. Instead, it will help us in completing the work easily. That's the reason you need to understand, will AI replace data analyst? No. Okay, so now let us think about what are the technical skills we are going to learn here. So Excel, statistics, SQL, Power BI on transaction. Okay, let me see. Okay, so the Power BI, the Tableau, Python. So Tableau will be free for you this course. More focus will be there on Power BI, but we are also providing the Tableau classes for free. Okay, so these are the core technical skill set any data analyst will need. On top of it, we have the optional subjects, which are PySpark and also GenAI. See, these skills are already with AI, which is nothing but will teach you how to use AI tools to complete your work easily. But what is this GenAI? Generative AI is a completely different. The concepts are different in that. You are going to learn something how to build a new system like a ChatGPT or a Claude that will connect it to some LLM. So regarding this, I will explain tomorrow because today, if I explain, it will take a lot of time. Let us talk about this. What, why generative AI separately? What is there in the skills with AI, and also what is this PySpark? Okay. Regarding the technical skills, I'll take a separate time tomorrow entirely. Okay. Now let us jump into the another important aspect, the placement assistance. Because generally these type of skill set, if you wanted to learn, there are many places you can do, but along with the placement assistance is what important here we are providing. What will be there under this placement assistance? I will just quickly walk you through with the PPT. So I'll not take much time. So quickly I will help you in understanding what is the process we are following here from day one of your joining until you get the placement. So, okay. So I have a special PPT got for you. I'll just present it and I'll explain you. So hope you're all able to see my screen here with the PPT. So we are going to understand how are we going to follow. So first of all, I would like to start from the main point where students are not getting the jobs, why it is. The main problem is students are only focusing on the certificates. They're not learning the main skill set. If you fall behind certificates, even if you might get the interview call, but you can't able to clear it. That's why you should learn the technical skills and do lot of projects. That is real time projects. If you don't do the projects, if you only learn the skill set, you can't clear the interviews. That is another reason. And another important reason is no, not interview ready. What is not interview ready meant by? Suppose you are a student who learned the skill set, also done the projects. But when you went for the interview, what are the questions they're asking? You are unable to answer. Unable to answer means you know the answer actually, but are unable to express that answer or present your answer in front of them. That is maybe because of fear when you attend interviews, that lack of confidence. We call it as generally lack of communication skills and soft skills. If you don't have that, you can't able to express your answer. You don't know how to present your answer also. So that is one of the problem we can see in the students generally. So that's the reason we are making this solve for the students by keeping the mock interviews, making them attend interviews multiple times. That will make a habit for them and easily attend any real interviews also they can clear it. So that is one of the strategy. And next thing, important thing is you don't know how to apply for the jobs also, where to find the jobs, what type of jobs to apply. These type of things also missing in the students. That's why even though you're having good skill in you, you are unable to get the job. So we are going to make sure these will be corrected. So we are going to 100% make you sure get the relevant industry skill set for the data analysis with a lot of projects and the support on the social media related things of resume preparation in the LinkedIn, Naukri, how to use those to search for the jobs, and even the mock interviews and the feedback that will help the students in understanding how to perform in the interviews, what way they can provide the answer, and the job application assistance. We will also provide you the referrals and also we'll be showing you the opportunities coming from the market outside. We'll share with all the students so that you can get the interview calls and get the jobs. Okay, so we'll be going to do this until you get the job, not just for 1 or 2 months. But let me explain you the proper flow. How exactly from day one onwards the course will be there in our institute. So first of all, main thing is you are going to start learning the technical skill set. As I told, Excel, SQL, statistics, Python, Power BI, everything. During this particular training, what are the concepts we are going to discuss? Based on that, assignments will be there. You'll be going to have the case studies. You'll be going to have the projects. These projects we are going to do 15 plus real-time projects in this course, coming from different types of domains. Not only one particular domain. We'll do banking related projects. We'll do financial related projects, healthcare related projects, HR related projects, sales related projects, even sports, even movies also. Like different types of domains we are going to do the projects that will really improve your skill set also. Okay. And next is about internship program. So internship program here will give you total 1 year of experience certificate saying that you have worked in our organization from the last 1 year. So from the date when you joined with us, from there onwards, I will be going to provide you 1 year of experience certificate in this internship. Certificate will be provided as part of your course fees. You don't need to pay anything extra. But if you really want to do the internship with us, because apart from these 15 plus projects what we are covering here, again you'll be going to do extra projects in this internship. That will be actually like a task based. So during the course I will explain some of the projects and you'll do few of them, but in the internship we'll give you like specific tasks on that particular day. So you need to do those, then only it will continue. That two interviews will conduct and we'll select the candidates. But we don't want all of that. We just want certificate means we'll provide you no interviews, nothing is needed. You'll directly get the certificate along with your course completion certificate in the course. Okay. But if you want to do separately the projects, then a minimal charges will be there, not as part of registration fees. Excluding that, you need to pay something extra for that. Whoever wants to join in that internship batches, that too when you clear interview only. Okay. But if you don't want to do that, I want only certificate means no need to pay anything extra. That is directly provided as part of your course fees. Okay. So my main focus is because we wanted one other persons to travel along with this entire internship journey. So that's the reason we are charging that minimal amount. Okay. And focus on the resumes, because if you want to get a job, what is important? Not skill set, not clearing the interview. First of all, you need resume, because with that resume only the interviewers will call you, the recruiters will call you and attend for the interviews. There you need to show your skill set. But before that, to show your skill set, the resume is important. That's why how to prepare a proper resume that can clear the ATS and give you good score. ATS in the sense our automatic tracking system. Nowadays companies are using that to easily find out the better candidates. Okay. So that is going to be included in our course. We'll help you in that, and how to use the GitHub to show your projects that you have done and keeping that in the resume, and mock interviews, which is a very crucial thing. So these mock interviews are not just on the technical side. We're also going to include the HR related rounds, managerial rounds, techno managerial rounds, like multiple styles of interviews are there. So you will be going to train the students on all these places. So mock interviews will be scheduled not in the end, guys. We will be doing it in between the course only. Resume building or these particular projects, the GitHub, even the soft skill session, communication skills session, and in the interviews, how to explain your project, how to explain the technical answer or HR related answers. These all sessions will happen parallelly. It will not start in the end. Along with your course, these classes also will happen in between on Saturdays like. Okay. So the complete job preparation, that is including your important interview questions for every subject and how to apply for the jobs. And we will, as I told, we will also share you the opportunities so that you can even apply for your own and you can share with our opportunities and you can apply. And in the end, that is how you're going to land upon the placement. So this process we are going to follow from day one onwards until you get the job. This support would be going to continuously present. It's not just only for few days or few months until you get the job. Okay. So this is how the placement journey is. So I will not waste much time on explaining the same points, but I hope you understood the things. So in this placement journey class, as I mentioned, placement assistance, separate classes will be there on communication skills, we have soft skills. Okay, so we do have it on interview preparation. Separately, we have for interview preparation, as I mentioned, how to explain the project is one of the major thing. You have done the project, but you need to explain that well in the interviews. You know the answer, but how to represent that answer, how to behave in the interviews, behave in the sense how to represent yourself, your dressing style, or it can be your body language, your expressions. Those all things are also important. So do how to do that all in the interview preparation sessions we'll be going to explain. So these are all important along with the technical skills to get into the jobs, right? So these all things will be covered as part of your placement assistance classes and placement assistance related course. Now coming to overall duration of this particular course, we are going to spend total 4 to 5 months of time in learning this data analysis. In these 4 to 5 months, your placement assistance is also included in these classes, whatever I mentioned. Okay, so the class timings are daily from Monday to Friday. We will have Monday to Friday daily. You will have 1 hour of class, and on Saturdays also few days we will be going to have the class. And the class timings will be morning 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock in both offline and online. Few days you can come for offline, few days in the online. It's up to your choice, but everyday class will be there in both offline and online. Like how the demo is happening now, same way the classes will happen for both offline and online. And these sessions are going to be completely same for both the students of offline and online, because some students might think, is there any difference between offline or online? There is no difference. Any session happening, it will be both will be available, both offline and online. Any project or anything would be same to same, no difference will be there. Okay, and this 9 to 10 o'clock is the technical classes timings about these classes. Sometimes for the communication skills and soft skills we'll use it other times, the Saturdays, some other time like that we'll use it, so that students will not make it late for completing the course. Okay, so that's the reason why 9 to 10 o'clock is your placement assistance classes won't happen in that time. It's only technical classes. Okay, so now let us also try to understand here what are the flexibilities we can get from this course. For example, I am a student, I joined in this course. I am actually coming from no background. That is, I don't know anything technical things. So I joined the SQL classes, the SQL class completed for my batch. But I am feeling like if I can attend the same classes one more time, this time I will gain more confidence. So are you going to allow us to join the same skill set again, even I have attended already? So yes, here any student can attend any skill set any number of times. Okay, a student can attend any skill any number of times in any batch. So we have the timings here, not just 10 to, sorry, 9 to 10. We also have 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, and in the evening time also we have in the 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. So you can join in any of the batches to complete your skill set again and again. There is no other charges you need to pay for this. This is as part of your registration fees only. You can attend any skill set any number of times in any batch, in the offline or online, however you want. Okay, but recordings will be shared once. Okay, recordings, I think I didn't written here. So recordings will be there, guys. As I mentioned, exam, I can say assessment in the sense exams will be conducted for you. Assignments will be there, as I told in the placement assistance one. So these all things will be there anyhow. Recordings, everyday class recording will be shared. Even today's class is also getting recorded. You will be going to get this recording after this session. Even tomorrow's class and day after tomorrow's class, you will receive them. Okay, so you can remember this point. It will help you a lot to gain good confidence on any subject that you want to attend multiple times. Because this is also we feel when we are a student, we used to get this type of a problem. So that's the reason we wanted to provide this for our students. So now the next point can be the duration, as you mentioned, 4 to 5 months. So Is it okay to complete the course in less amount of time? Is there any chance? Because I know some of the students will try to complete the course in less amount of time. So for them, my suggestion is it is still possible to complete the course here within 2.5 to 3 months of time if you can attend multiple classes in a single day. Not just 9 to 10 o'clock. You also attend at 10 to 11, evening 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. so that you can complete the course in less time duration. Evening, I think we also have morning time 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. also. The Power BI classes will happen at the time or evening time. So you can join in multiple batches also to complete the course in less time. Let's say morning 9 to 10 o'clock one subject, 10 to 11 o'clock another subject, evening time another subject. Just like in your school days, right? In the school also similar thing, right? First period would be no, that's not like that. The meaning is suppose 9 to 10 o'clock morning Excel is going to happen. You attend Excel classes. 10 to 11 o'clock, let's say Python is happening. You come and attend Python classes. And evening time Power BI is happening. Attend Power BI classes. So in a single day, you will attend multiple classes. There the question will come, are we not going to get confused? That's what I am telling. In the school, you used to do more, right? First subject mathematics, second social will come, and again science will come. There is no relation also. You're still able to do that at that time. Suppose let's say you got confused also. No problem. Again, whichever the subject you feel is not confident, you come and again attend. That's the first flexibility I gave you. Suppose in the 10 to 11 o'clock, I attended Python classes, but I didn't got proper time to practice. No problem. In the 10 to 9, 10, 9 to 10 also, again, in your batch, you'll get Python, right? Attend second time there. Which are the skills you feel are tough for you? Come and attend second time or third time. So you'll get more confidence. That's what I'm giving you. Both these flexibilities will help you a lot. So a student can complete the course in less time duration by attending the multiple classes in a single day. There is no need to pay any extra amounts for these. These flexibilities are as part of your registration fees. There is nothing extra you are asking you to pay. Okay. So this is about the flexibilities. So overall in this session today, I focused mostly, as I told, provided you introduction knowledge needed for a student to understand about this course, how we are teaching you, how are the opportunities present in the market, comparing even with artificial intelligence, and how the placement assistance is there in our institute. So, as I told, this is our first class. Tomorrow's class, that is our second free class, we will be going to have the technical overview of this course, making you understand what are the steps. I told in the process there are 5 steps involved. What are those 5 steps? How they are related in the company? How those steps will be performed by which teams? Also, these technical skill set. Why are you learning Tableau, or why are you learning Python? Why are you learning SQL or statistics? What are the software tools you are going to use? What contents are you going to cover in that? And what is the duration for every subject? These are a lot of points, and even how they're related also, skill set to skill set linkage. Those all things when you understand, that will make you to get good idea about data analysis. Not one session will help you to decide this is good or not. That's the reason why we're giving you 3 free classes overall. 2 classes today and tomorrow will give you good idea about course, and third class will directly start with the subject. So that's the plan overall. So that's the tomorrow's class is going to be at 9 to 10 o'clock. This is your actual batch time. As I told, batch is going to start from tomorrow. This is your batch timing, 9 to 10 o'clock. In both offline and online, tomorrow, 9 to 10 o'clock, you will be going to have this session. Of course, 9 to 10 a.m., just like the technical overview, it will be completed. Okay? Yes, of course, the same time, correct. Okay, so I'm going to stop up to here for today. You can ask me the questions that you have, anything related to course or replacement assistance, or any suggestions you are expecting from my side, anything. Okay, happy to answer. I'm stopping up to